Dreams of security and a promised land brought conquistador Don Tristan de Luna and his band of Spanish soldiers across the Gulf of Mexico to Pensacola on the coast of northwest Florida in 1559. But it took the toil of many men and women to develop that first European settlement into the Pensacola of today. A prosperous and beautiful metropolitan community of 230,000 persons, Pensacola offers industrial opportunity, vacation pleasures, and a large measure of friendliness. It is one of the brightest gems in the necklace of cities along Florida's upper Gulf Coast, known as the Miracle Strip. An attractive example of the many visitors who come to marvel at the sparkle and beauty of Pensacola is Miss Anne Harmon, arriving from New Orleans. Welcome to the city of 5 flags. Pensacola soil has borne the banners of Spain, France, England, the Confederacy, and the United States of America. Extending the welcome to Anne is her uncle, an antique car collector. Pensacola is endowed with one of the largest landlocked bays in the South, featuring a total of 220 miles of shoreline. As a fishing resort, this area is among the best in the nation. The speckled trout, the cobia, the king or Spanish mackerel, bonito, grouper, snapper, bluefish, the fisherman names them and hooks them. Pensacola Bay is spanned by a 4-lane bridge, U.S. Highway 98. The old bridge has been converted into the world's longest fishing pier. One of the landmarks of the harbor is the lighthouse. The lens, brought from Paris in 1824, is kept rotating during the day in order to prevent the sun's rays from starting a fire by concentrating on any one point for too long. Nature has given another unique identification to the North Bay area in the form of bright red clay bluffs caused by an unusual shift in the Earth's crust during the Ice Age. The bluffs overlook the bay where fishermen return after charter boat excursions. Marlin and other big tackle busters abound in the deep Gulf waters. Not all of the fishing is confined to the sportsmen. Along the waterfront, the famed red snapper fleet docks. The men who go down to the sea from Pensacola ply the Gulf to the coasts of Mexico and Yucatan for the delicious catch. Demand for red snapper runs 3 times the supply, but the people of Pensacola have first option. Just before sunset, shrimp boats move into the bays and inland waters to drag their nets during the dark. Porpoise find it a field day with the discarded sea life from the shrimp boats. High on a hill just inside the mouth of Pensacola Bay is historic Fort San Carlos. Originally constructed by the Spanish in 1696, the fort changed hands 4 times in the centuries that followed. Another point of interest along the bay entrance is Fort Pickens at the western tip of Santa Rosa Island. Built in 1837, it was one of the 3 deep south positions to remain in federal hands during the Civil War. In later years, the fort served as a prison for the renegade Indian Geronimo. Today, it is a popular state park with overnight facilities for tents and trailers. The bay is a busy place since Pensacola is a port of growing importance. Mahogany is brought from Central and South America by more than 30 ships annually. The logs are dumped overboard at the downtown pier and formed into rafts before being towed to the Mahogany Mill. Pensacola is headquarters for the United States Naval Air Training Command. Each year, 3,500 students enter flight training at the naval facilities around Pensacola. The naval base also includes the Naval Aviation Medical Center, where scientists work closely with the nation's space program. Many of the men trained here have won fame. Scott Carpenter, second American astronaut to orbit the globe, returns to his alma mater to present his gold Navy wings to the National Aviation Museum. Also quartered at Pensacola are the world-renowned Blue Angels, the Navy's precision flight demonstration team, which consists of experienced naval and marine aviators. The pleasant climate has an average temperature of 80 degrees in the summer and 54 in the winter. The result is outdoor activities on a year-round basis. The adventuresome go scuba diving, perhaps around the sunken battleship Massachusetts at the mouth of Pensacola Bay. Tennis, water skiing, even for the neophyte. In early March, the Pensacola PGA Open tournament is held at the Pensacola Country Club. Some touring pros have felt so much at home that they've settled here. The Doug Ford Perdido Bay Country Club is an example. A favorite with local fans for several years during the PGA tournament has been Arnold Palmer. Local golfer Downing Gray, in blue sweater, was runner-up in the 1962 National Amateur Championship. For the indoor sportsman, there are the modern bowling alleys, where the rafters ring from strikes and spares. There is culture, too. Thespians have many opportunities to tread the boards at the Little Theater. For the lovers of serious music, the Pensacola Symphony Orchestra has much to offer. Pensacola's Art Center was once the city jail. Artists and art lovers enjoy the unique atmosphere. Square dancing is popular, and hundreds of enthusiasts are organized in clubs which meet regularly. Greyhound Park is one of Florida's most modern tracks. Here, some of the world's fastest greyhounds race nightly from May to September. The modern track has an air-conditioned, glass-enclosed clubhouse where fans can view the entire action from comfortable individual tables. Much of Pensacola's charm is in its architecture. The homes of the community display a variety of influences from antebellum to ultra-modern. Some prefer the vine-covered cottage. Others insist on a home over the water. The old site of the Spanish Fort San Bernardo, on the highest point in the area, is now completely covered by 4 residences. Flowers and trees complement the buildings. North Florida gardens are prettiest in March and April, when the azaleas and dogwood are in full bloom. This interesting building was constructed in 1869 as a Swedish-Norwegian consulate office and now serves as the Scottish Rite Home. The Pensacola City Hall and Post Office shows Spanish architectural influence. Some of the most beautiful construction is found in the houses of worship. There are almost 200 churches in the Pensacola area, caring for the spiritual needs of 30 different denominations. The oldest Protestant church building in Florida is Old Christ Episcopal Church, constructed in 1832. It is preserved as a museum by the Pensacola Historical Society. Containing 58,000 volumes, the Pensacola Library grows at the rate of 600 new books each month. In the field of learning, Pensacola is proud of its junior college. With an enrollment averaging 3,000, it is the second largest in the state of Florida and the first junior college in the nation with a nuclear reactor in its physics laboratory. The influx of visitors has encouraged the professional hosts. Many luxurious modern motels offer a wide choice of accommodations. The friendliness in Pensacola is never more evident than during the Fiesta of 5 Flags. Calling attention to the community's unique role in American history, the fiesta usually continues for 5 days and features pageants, social and cultural events, and other entertainment highlights. The colorful parades please the greatest number of people, especially the children. Children's treasure hunt on the beach often attracts more adult spectators than young participants. There are valuable prizes deep in the dunes. During the fiesta, descendants of the Creek Indian tribe gather to celebrate and perform for visitors on Santa Rosa Island. Each year, a prominent citizen reenacts the part of De Luna and reigns over the entire event, the climax of which is his unmasking at the coronation ball. There is, of course, an important and serious side to life at Pensacola, its record of economic success. Industry flourishes here. Virtually every major manufacturer in Pensacola has experienced significant expansions during the last decade. Chemstrand Corporation, the world's largest nylon yarn plant, employs around 7,000. Armstrong Cork has had to enlarge facilities for production of acoustical ceiling tile. Newport Industries, division of Hayden Newport Chemical Corporation, has prospered more than 50 years using raw materials from nearby pine forests. Gulf Power Company, an investor-owned electric company serving nearly all of Florida's panhandle, puts millions of dollars yearly into expansion of facilities to keep pace with the demand for power. Pensacola Beach, a wonder of nature on Santa Rosa Island, boasts the whitest sand in the world. Its natural beauty has been improved upon by planners who wanted to make the most of its wonders. Once a strip of semi-barren seacoast, the beach has been adapted as a recreation area through the efforts of the Santa Rosa Island Authority. As a result, a resort community of harmonious design and interest has developed without sacrificing the natural endowments. Headquarters of activity at Pensacola Beach is the family casino. It includes public bathhouses, snack bars, clothing shops, a ballroom for conventions, and a cocktail lounge. The beach, of course, is the main attraction. Its cooling aquamarine waters and sugar white sand are never forgotten by those who visit here. One of the most inspiring sights is the De Luna Cross, commemorating the first Christian service in the United States, a mass celebrated by Dominican friars in 1559. This, then, is Pensacola Panorama, a view of an historic, scenic, and natural playland. A city proud of its rich heritage, of its culture, and its vigor. Pensacola, beginning to realize its true destiny as one of America's great communities.